What is up, guys? Dan from the Madden YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to make purple zones disappear even if your opponent has coach settings on. But before we get into the video, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure you guys take the time to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the uploads coming your way here on the Madden YouTube channel. If you guys are looking to take your game to the next level of Madden 21, check out my strategy site, gridirongameplans.gg. Gridiron Gameplans is your one-stop source for all things competitive Madden. Every week in our Vault update, we take a look at the meta, or the most effective tactics available being used by pro players in the MCS circuit, breaking down not only how and why the pros do what they do, but most importantly, how you can counter those metas when you face them in online gameplay. On top of that, your subscription also includes any and every offensive and defensive game plan released on the website while your subscription is active. And if you're watching this video today, April the 22nd, I actually just launched my doubles installation of my spread offensive game plan. This comprehensive look at the spread playbook with over 30 shotgun formations in this particular playbook has yielded over 7+ hours of content, starting off with 2 hours of breakdowns out of the 2x2 spread, and also 3 hours of breakdowns out of the gun ace, followed up just today by 2+ hours of breakdowns out of the doubles offset weak, normal Y off, flex Y off, and stack Y off doubles wildcat, as I call it. So definitely head over to gridirongameplans.gg. $9.95 per month unlocks the entire website. You guys can opt out at any time. Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and get into the topic of today's video. This is going to be a little bit of a sneak peek of that spread doubles game plan as I was just talking about. This particular tip is going to come from our gun doubles offset weak formation, and it is going to show you guys how to make purple zones disappear. So when we actually go into this offense, this installation is formations 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. This is going to be specifically out of the gun doubles weak, which is formation number 10. And the play that we're going to run is known as switch. So the thing about this play switch that is so good, if I actually take you guys over to full screen so you get my big mug out of the way here, you guys are going to notice that most players tend to set a Mabel, meaning that they have a purple zone set to 5, sometimes 10 yards. And then they typically will cover behind that on the sideline a little bit deeper with a 25-yard flat. And this is what is widely known, and it's something that we've talked about a lot this week alone, as double Mabel. And most players tend to do this out of the nickel 3-3-5 wide Mike Blitz 3. So let's go ahead and kind of take the field here with this defense and show you why this play switch is so good against this. So as we kind of get into this here, I'm going to spot the ball with my twins to the wide side of the field. I find that this is a better setup with your twins to the wide side. And what most players are going to do is they're going to shade their coverage down on this to create blue zones. And I just called them blue zones because when you go into your actual zone adjustments with your coach setting, you're going to be changing those blue zones into basically spot drop zones, telling them where to stand. So a hard flat's not really a hard flat. It's really going to stand at 25 yards, as I already put in. Then from there, they're going to cover up the shallow area underneath of that on the sideline with a 5-yard curl flat. And they typically will do this at both sides of the field. And this is what is called a double Mabel. So Mabel meaning you've got a short zone, a medium zone, and a deep zone on the sideline. It's supposed to flood proof the sideline. And this is going to invite the user, or the offensive user rather, to have to attack the middle of the field because both sidelines are pretty well stacked, or so you would think. So really with this defense, you've got one spy underneath, you've got a deep third over the top, and the user is responsible for everything in the middle of the field. Everything. There's only one hook zone in this play, and it's the user. So what we're going to be talking about here is why this play switch is so valuable. So we've actually talked about this rule before here on the YouTube channel, and it's basically a rule that if you have a doubles formation, meaning you have 2 receivers to a side, not a third in the slot, but 2 receivers, and the inside receiver is on a wheel, what you can end up doing is cause a purple zone to turn around and play match coverage on a slot wheel, which will leave the depth that the purple zone is set to wide open. So in this defense, we got a 25 and a 5 on the field. If I take that 5 and I turn it into man coverage on a wheel route, you're going to have everything shallow on that sideline of the 25-yard zone to work with. So let's go ahead and kind of show you what I mean by this. If I put my running back on a simple wheel route out of the backfield, then maybe I just kind of create some decoy routes with the tight end. Maybe you kind of just motion Scantling across the formation, maybe put him on a curl just to hold. You can create some interesting match principles here with this, but I'm just going to go ahead and leave it this stock, no motion quite yet. And what you're going to see is Robert Quinn, the player that is in this purple zone, is going to turn around and chase Lazard on the wheel, leaving Jones wide open. So let's go ahead and snap the ball here. He turns, he's going to run with him, and I could just throw this ball right out here and possession catch it for 15 yards. It's that simple. It is that simple. Let's go ahead and quickly set this up again here. So I'm going to set up my I'm just going to set up a single Mabel here to the right side of the left side of the field. We'll worry about the other stuff here momentarily. So when we do this here, I could go ahead and attack with this wheel route. And again, the purple zone is going to chase, and I can just throw this ball out there, make that catch, and fall down. Now, the running back doesn't have to be the only player on the field that you attack with. This could also be an area of the field that you attack with a tight end. So you see that this play switch by default has a tight end on a 10-yard in route. So let's go ahead and set that up again. So purple zone and blue zone, have that Mabel over there. Most players are going to shift their line to one side or the other to try to, shoot gaps with the run here. And now let's go ahead and, for whatever reason, I'm going to put my running back on a curl, and I'm going to put my tight end on a 10-yard in route. And I'm going to click off a Smith here just to let him drop into his zone. But you're going to see here that wheel route is going to draw the attention. And now I can throw this ball to my tight end wide open, just running right across the field for an easy 10 to 15 yard gain. So, and if you have a hot route master, you're going to have options to do a lot more with this if you wish. Now, I did mention that you could try to create some decoy type stuff here, just to kind of hold the user in the middle of the field. So let me go ahead and get the receiver motioned across, as I was going to show you early before. I didn't really want to overcomplicate it here to start. So, you can create like a little tight end, kind of like a little tight end setup here. Now, with the slot receiver repositioning, I don't know if that's going to affect the matching principles on this. But, again, here with this, we should expect that wheel route to be matched here. Although we do now have a rule of 4, which is a completely different rule set where you have 4 receivers to one side of the quarterback. So that might cancel the purple zone matching. That's something that you're going to have to fiddle around with, as this is kind of a universal concept. Yeah, and you can see right here that it actually did really late. It did cause him to match that wheel route. It just took a lot longer because he was processing 4 routes on his side of the field. But you did see that purple zone very, very late in this play did end up going and chasing Lazard. So you can see right here, he kind of drops and he freezes. And then much, much later, he's like, oh, hey, let me go get him. And he goes to chase him. But at that point, the wheel route is too close. You might be able to throw like an inside pass lead on this wheel route here. The key, though, is that you're trying to space this user, which would be Roquan Smith, in the middle of the field. So you got like a curl here, then you got a curl here, and then maybe you throw this little low ball S post behind. I probably wouldn't muddy up this read with a curl to the left. In my opinion, you probably wouldn't. Maybe you go with something like this with a smoke route, a dig, and then an option route to the running back if you wanted to. That would be something that you could kind of freestyle. And the reason that I say you would do something like this is that, let's say for whatever reason, your opponent, bites down on the running back route. I'm not going to be able to put him in man coverage. I actually want to put him in a hook curl, because if I man him up individually, he'll actually run the out cut. But let's go ahead and kind of show right here, like when you do this, if he kind of bites down, you could throw this little low ball S post right there in that pocket. So you're still getting the same matching principles out of the purple zone on that wheel route, but you don't necessarily have to just throw the ball to the guy that is going over to the left sideline. So you should see here again, this purple zone later on in the play should actually right there, he didn't. He kind of chilled. So you'll definitely want to pay attention to your route combinations that you use. Some are going to be better than the others. I like to keep it simple. If I know that they're in double Mabel, I'm just going to go with the wheel route to the running back out of the backfield. And the thing about this is that so many players in this defense they're going to hide. They're going to try to shoot the gaps of, any inside zones or base calls. They're really focused on the running back route. And when you snap the ball and you've got a running back going to the flat, the last thing in the world that they're going to try to do is guard that running back. chances are they're gonna, you know, try to sit on a middle route, so you can just let them sit on the tight end as a decoy. And at least that will, you know, for the purposes of this play, keep that linebacker over here on the right side of the field on that hitch, because anything that they see over here, they're just going to assume the Mabel's got it. So boom, and then obviously you've got the throw to X. So I just pump fake to show progression on that. You could hit the throw to the running back wheel, or you could hit that S post over the middle. So you know, I just kind of want to give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek of some of the manipulations that exist in this spread installation of my the doubles installation of my spread offensive game plan here. There's a lot of unique stuff that a lot of players that run the meta defenses. Right now, we're seeing so much of the Mike Blitz 3. I've done almost an entire week of Mike Blitz 3 content here on the YouTube channel here. The last week vault update on Gridiron focused on, you know, attacking the Mike Blitz 3 and the cover 3, you know, meta as a whole, because that's what we've been seeing ever since the one step ahead got raised to 6 AP. But there are some really interesting ways that you can kind of really mess up the double Mabel that a lot of players aren't used to seeing. So hopefully you guys will take a look at this. If you guys liked it, make sure you guys give a thumbs up. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, or complaints, certainly drop those below as well. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and check out the website. Again, guys, $9.95 per month unlocks the entire website. That's 52 vault updates a year in any and all offensive and defensive game plans. So hopefully I'll see you guys over on Gridiron. If not, I'll see you guys right back here with our next video upload. Until then, this is Zan. Get in the lab and good luck.